And always keep in touch with Allison, of course. She is near and dear, and you can find out more about her work at WTHR.com. All right, let us chat weather. Rob is here. He's been tracking everything for us.
Little bit of rain today, not nearly as much as we need.
No, it was very, very low. There were a couple of spots that picked up a little sprinkle here and there. There's a few areas that may be seeing drizzle right now, but this is not going to be our big rain event. I think that's going to arrive on Saturday and maybe even into parts of Sunday as well. We've adjusted the forecast there just a bit. Meanwhile, taking a look around Indiana, we've got lots of clouds in place. Some of the rain trying to fall from the clouds, but just not able to reach the ground. The atmosphere is still relatively dry, but 60s and 70s across the area depending on where you are. These temperatures will cool down into the 50s tonight as some of that cooler air tries to settle in across the area. We knew the front would make a huge push across Indiana, but there's certainly a dividing line between the 80s and then some cooler temperatures farther to the north from that. Now, what can we expect through tonight and the next several days? Well, it's a pretty quiet part of the forecast. Those clouds roll through. Once we get into tomorrow morning, the clouds will be with us, but as high pressure starts to build into our north and east, that's really going to scour these clouds out. High pressure makes for clear skies. It means that Thursday and into Friday are looking pretty good as long as that's our dominant weather feature, although a couple of clouds may sneak in as that high pressure moves away. This is the real weather maker, though. This is the one that's really going to change things up. And as we get more and more into October and November, this is the type of forecast we're going to be dealing with. Fronts that come through, we're warm out ahead of the front. The front brings us a chance for rain, maybe even some thunderstorms, and then behind it much cooler and drier air, and that knocks those temperatures way down. This is what we're going to deal with on Saturday. Because it's still about 4 days out, we have to switch over to our longer range models, and they have slowed this down quite a bit. So by midday or so on Saturday, the front may still be back to the west, or at least the rain that goes along with that may still be into parts of Illinois, but I think it will be moving our way, and by Saturday evening, maybe even before the sun goes down, we could see showers and yes, even a few thunderstorms moving into Indiana and sweeping across the state. There's an upper level part of the system that may stick around into Sunday, and that's going to give us a chance for showers, maybe even lingering into the early part of Monday. We'll have to see how the timing of this sets up. Because it is that clash of the seasons that I mentioned, there is a possibility of scattered severe storms, mainly to our south and west, but some of that may spill over on Saturday. We'll be refining this part of the forecast as the details start to come into focus as we get a little bit closer. I think it's going to be okay for the IU game, especially the early part of the game. Will the rain interrupt the second half of the game? We won't really know that until we get a little bit closer and can see how things begin to develop once we get into the afternoon. But look at the temperatures. 82 expected on Saturday, cooling down into the 60s by Sunday, Monday, and even into Tuesday. Tuesday, we could start to see the next system get a little bit closer, and we'll bring in that chance for a little rain on Wednesday. It's just a chance at the moment, but high temperatures certainly feeling a lot more like October, 60s for highs and 40s for lows.